Hey everybody, good morning. It's Kevin. Today is Saturday, the 19th of June 2021, and this is Kev's Spiritual Vibe of the Day. So thanks for joining me. I am not live. I have recorded this and will put it up later. I've had some technical difficulties lately. Yesterday I did a lovely 40-minute broadcast thing, and all I heard was buzzing, or at least that's what my producer said. It was just buzzing. Anyway, let's start all over again. We'll get right to it and see what our message of today is. Turn the overhead camera on. Yeah, get a nice clean desk. I have already done my preparation, prayer protection. Yesterday I worked for a good part of the afternoon on the website, and you know, I'm amazed at myself that I know what I'm doing, and then I'm also like, I go in there's the desktop mode, and then there's the mobile mode, and when I go into the mobile preview, it's like, oh, this looks a bit jumbled. It's a lot of information. But anyway, it takes a long time to do all that. So I have a great respect for people who are in the website building industry. They certainly earn their money. All right, let's get on with the message of today. All right, angels, thank you for revealing to us. Whoop, not very good at shuffling. There's the guardian angel again. Hello. I'll put her back in for now. She's always showing up just to let me know that she's large and in charge. Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence and for revealing to all of us what we need to know. Bring me a card and a focus that will uplift the mood of the day and send people out into the world with something positive to focus on. Go and spread the cards out. Boom, there's my card right from the middle. You know, sometimes I wonder if there's a spirit here. I feel it over on usually I can feel the spirits up and behind my right shoulder, and then there's another one. I feel it over here at the front part of, slightly beyond my left temple. And the more I'm tuning in, the more I find myself getting quiet and spending, being in this lovely space with angels and spirit guides and doing more of this work, the more that are showing up. So that's testament to what folks say is, in the very beginning, it seems like nothing's happening. And then slowly these tiny little reminders that they're here. All right, let's turn our card over. Oh, here we go. Divine timing. Well, hello. This card has popped up before, and it's not uncommon for a focus of the day for the cards to repeat themselves. It doesn't mean that oh, here we go, same old message, because let's face it, it's a different day, it's a different time, and there's a different vibration going on. The magic happens to be in how the card shows up, or how the message shows up, where it's being placed. So divine timing card really, for me, speaks about patience. That when there's an idea, and we were just talking about this not moments ago, that pops up, that we want to go and do. We've got the intention. We have the plan. We're now ready to see it unfold, see it go, see it work. We can picture it in our mind. We've got the elements of tasting it. If it's food, you're looking at going to a restaurant, imagining the journey, packing to take a trip. All these things we put into place in our minds before we actually take the trip, or before we go to the restaurant, or before we put the clothes on. We actually have a sense, a focus. So divine timing is a reminder that anything and everything you have been asking for, that is within your heart's desire and more, is being taken care of by divine timing. So that's to say, what can happen and does happen is, we'll just say for sake of argument, you put something in motion. You're looking to stretch your wallet a bit. You're looking to stretch your heart a bit and open yourself up for love and romance and relationship. You're looking to have a healing with someone. You're looking to perhaps clear out clutter. You've got a plan. And we'll just say that in your mind, your plan has a time or a deadline, or yes, let's use that, a deadline. And so part of the plan that we don't include is, I'll have this done by a certain date, a certain time, tra-la-la-la. I've done some of those lovely goal works. You have a by when, get this by when. So you automatically put a deadline to it. For me, knowing that I work mostly with divine source, divine energy, God energy, having a by when timeline is a bit like a margin. It's very flexible and pliable. So what tends to happen, if I have an actual deadline, Thursday at 4 o'clock, Sunday at 2, Wednesday at 1, I tend to get fixated on the completion of it being then. And it sends me a bit batty when I have to rearrange that deadline. So divine timing is a reflection of allowing yourself to know that you've put your intention out there. You've been as descriptive, specific, detailed as you can be, and it's not happening in the timeline or the deadline or the exact way you would like for it to. The fun thing about divine timing is it's good to get in the mode of loving the way the universe manifests everything you want. So if you were to say an affirmation, I love the way the universe is creating whatever it is you want to create in its own way and manifesting what I want always. There's an affirmation that I use. I love watching how the universe makes things happen. Period. It doesn't matter what they make happen. It happens. You can also affirm, I am the magic that miracles are made of, and I make them manifest. So, I've always said, or I've now learned, and it's been confirmed, magic happens outside. Miracles are developed inside. You're a miracle, comes from inside and moves out. You use outward magic to create miracles and manifest what you want. So the divine timing is be specific, be detailed, be magical, be visual, whatever you want. And then know that it's coming, that the plan is in place. Thank the angels for manifesting, and you fill in the blank. For me, it will be thank you, angels, for creating, giving me the creativity and the wisdom and guiding my website to success. Thank you, angels, for increasing the subscriptions to my video channels. And thank you for the creativity. Thank you for the inspiration for today's message. I'm willing to listen, to receive, and to share. So this is just a very simple message. And really it is sit back, relax, and let things happen. It's odd. We live in this world now that's not predictable. It's certainly not predictable. But you can be upset with it because the ego wants us to be safe with, well, used to be you could call it 9 o'clock and get it by 3. Now you got to wait a bit longer because blah, 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 and there's never a positive reason why there's a delay. Here recently we've been told that, Mercury's retrograde, blah, 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 whatever that means. Well, okay, so that's what happens. Planets have a right to go whatever way they want to, backwards, forwards, upside down. And I'm always aghast at how people tend to get so obsessed with, can't do that because Mercury's retrograde. Well, yes, you can. Or shouldn't sign contracts, shouldn't enter into agreements. Why? Maybe the divine timing has said that's the best time to do it, because you just never know what might happen. You never know if the negotiations work better when things are a little bit off. But if you're looking at it like, well, negotiations won't be clear, this is going to happen, there'll be some this, there'll be some that, delays, it happens. They do happen. I am certainly not knocking astrology. I have the greatest respect and honor anyone that studies astrology and is good at it. I know some really good ones who are so accurate. The point I'm making is divine timing is different to earth timing. There isn't a clock, a minute, a second, a day, a month. It is just how it is. By saying thank you, by being grateful in the right now, which is exactly where spirit works. They don't work with time. So how does your guide and your spirit know what what happened? They just see everything in the same time. It all happens simultaneously, which when we go to spirit, we get it. It's actually quite lovely because there isn't a deadline. There isn't this 8 o'clock, I've got to go to bed. The resting period, we don't have a body that we need to rest. We don't have a brain that needs to take a bit of a chill pill, or emotions that, there's just love. If you vibrate with the energy of love, we have that free will. So if you're struggling with divine timing, getting impatient and unsettled, instead of letting your ego pull you into a downward spiral, trust that whatever you've asked for, your prayers are being answered. We live in this instant gratification world. Like I said, you call on at 9 and you want to get it by 3. Well, that's not happening anymore. But it gives you the opportunity for something else to happen. So know that divine timing works in all sorts of really good ways. If you can get in the habit of thinking that when something doesn't happen right when you think it should, you have to know that something much better, something more appropriate, something that will light you up even greater is at play. Always. Can't open the door to possibility, opportunity, greatness, bigness, hugeness, unless spirit that works with you, your guardian angel that serves you, is nudging you forward, saying go, filling you with the good stuff. So, like for sake of my business, divine timing, people are inevitably late. So I build that into my day. And there was a time where it used to really seriously bother me. I could tell without a doubt that I'm going to get a text message or a phone call that someone's running 10 minutes late, 5 minutes late, half an hour late. I would say 80% of my base clients are late. So what do I do with that information? It's really not anything I really can control. So we go to divine timing. Then there's the state where I might get into a project that I anticipate taking 2 hours, but yet it's 2.5 hours. So I've got to figure out how to move the next set of people. Divine timing. The other big nugget I've got here is, if you do find yourself like that, working to such a tight schedule that nothing's getting done effectively, you've got to take some things off, because this is really your life. And I think if we gave everybody a reverse timeline and said, on this day, at this time, at this hour, Your time on the earth as you are and who you are will end. And that clock starts ticking backwards. And you started off with 6 digits for the days. And you're now down to 5. And you reach 4. Then you reach 3 digits. And I would imagine that if you think about that and know that there is very limited time, that stuff that we cannot get back and you cannot purchase, is being wasted in so many ways that should not be wasted, you finally get it. You finally get that having something that's 1% better, much greater, much more appropriate for you, following the passion that rides within you, and stop letting the hours clickety tickety tick, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're done. That's it. Thank you. Off we go. Not to get morbid, just to get clear and truthful. This is it, people. This is where you get to shine bright like a diamond and be who you are, and align yourself with other people that feel exactly the same way. Now, if you add cake to that, you get a party. All right then. Know that God's always working on your soul, and you work with God in union and harmony. And if God is that word, God is a little bit weird for you to take, use the word source. Source, not ketchup. Yeah, I know. The accents sometimes get my tongue around words. That's why I'm not very good at languages, I don't think. That's just me. Let's read from this little book. Melody Beatty. You know, this feather that's inside I use as a bookmark. I found that in the garden one day. I think it's a hawk feather. Anyway, it's quite lovely, and I use it as a bookmark in this book. So where are we? 19th June? Yes. Your heart will guide you through. If you feel confused, alone, unsure of what to do next, go back to a place you can trust. Your heart. In matters of work, money, love, play, go back to your heart. The issues that arise in your life can be dealt with from the heart. You'll be guided through gently, safely, with love and truth, along the path that's best for you. Are you feeling upset? Do you wonder why things aren't working out? Are you unsure of the map, uncertain of the next step, wondering how to untangle the mess of the past? The answer isn't in your head, it's in your heart. It's not outside of you, although sometimes we receive guidance from others. An answer you're seeking is inside. The guidance you're looking for needs to feel right to you. It needs to resonate from your heart. Your heart is your center. It's your balancing point. It's where your emotions are. It's where your intelligence is, as well as your soul. And your heart is safe. Go back to your heart. It will always lead you home. So I'm going to share this personal story with you. I've shared it before. For those that know me personally, on September 11th, 2013, I went into the hospital. I hadn't been feeling well for a while. And at the time I showed up in the emergency room, barely sat down, picked up the clipboard, couldn't even start, wrote my name, and that was about it, as I remember. Here comes the gurney, here comes the triage people. I'm hopped up on there and I've got sticky things all over me. EKG, you're having a heart attack right now. Didn't know what to think, didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do next. Moral of the story, I thought I could just manage it with medicine like I had been. no insurance, no way to pay for this, worried and stressed out that I was never going to be able to get up. Didn't know what to do. I had visions that they would put liens on my house, come and collect my possessions for whatever this hospital bill was going to be. And this is all before any kind of medical help, any kind of marketplace healthcare, any of that stuff. And it's fine. I know that, yes, you take a bit of a risk when you don't go get insurance. Anyway, I'm asking all these folks, how much is this going to be? Like, I'm bargaining in the emergency room with my health, saying, listen, I can't afford the bill. And for a brief moment, and I got goosebumps, so I know my guides are here. For a brief moment, I was willing to literally die. I was willing to go into cardiac arrest and bugger off to the next existence, because really I felt like, well, this is it for me. I don't know what kind of a road there is left other than what my ego was telling me, which I knew from the past. You got bills, you got responsibilities, you got money problems, you got blah, 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 all that mess. I heard a voice. I thought it was a hospital person. And it said, if you're meant to survive, the money will come. And I turned around to listen and say, oh, okay. And there was nobody there. Oh, wow. So here comes the doctor. We don't have a lot of time. We found a cardiologist that's willing to do your catheter and probably put stents in. So you need to make a decision because you don't have much time left. 2 of my arteries feeding blood to the heart and from the heart were done, ablated, flat. The other thing was doing its best to keep it going. So, needless to say, I ended up having whatever procedure done. A couple of days of quite bizarre visitations from spirit world. And I'm happy, thankful, joyful, blessed to say, here I am almost 8 years later. The last little visit to my cardiologist, the heart muscle had repaired itself enough to where the piece of it that isn't working anymore, that died off, is the rest of it's compensating. What did I do after that? I got real with what I needed to do. I got super, super excited about opening myself up to a bit more, to doing more for other people, to learning that life is really, really, really precious, and to open my heart to more of the good stuff. We have to risk what we think is rejection, vulnerability, heartache, unrequited love, rejection. We have to risk the awkward feelings that brings if we truly want to have a life that really matters. If you look at people who have overcome unbelievable odds and said, nope, I came here with a purpose and I'm going to see it through. There's a wonderful book called Dying to Be Me. Oh gosh, I can't think of her name. But anyway, look it up. She's a fabulous Indian author. Dr. Wayne Dyer, founder. Dyer, sorry, got his last name wrong. Anita Moorjani is her name. You can probably find it on Hay House because I think that's who published it. Another book that's come out that I haven't yet read, that Kyle Gray has sponsored and mentored the author, about a lady who, as a child, her family escaped. She was an orphan, and she came from one of those places where, they would be shot for escaping. I've forgotten where it was in Africa, but they weren't really supposed to leave. Basically smuggled out. There are people, my point being, that have overcome incredible odds and still stand up and say, yay, hey, let's go. People don't want to make light of people's struggles. They are huge. They are big. For those of you that have had something that's difficult to deal with, hard to work through, line up with someone who gets it. Line up with someone who's got you. Line up with somebody who says, yep, you know what, we're going to take this one step at a time. And then know that there's divine timing if you choose to believe in it. If you choose to get stuck in. And thank you, angels, thank you, God, thank you, Source, for leading me one step at a time. That's how you do it. Let's meditate, my friends. Put your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, relax, 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 relax. Do that again. Inhale, relax, 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 and relax. And one last time. Inhale. Let it all go and relax. Focus your mind on where you are right now and bring into your consciousness the soles of your feet. Lift them up, spread them out, press them down, press the heels down, the big toe mound down. Dig into the grounding love of the Mother Earth. And imagine, if you can, silvery roots from the bottom of the tip of each toe, from the center of each heel, being guided down into the structure of the earth, through the earth star that's about 4 or 5 inches below your feet, right down into Gaia's gateway, the bottom chakra, the deep cavernous depth where Mother Earth is loving, nurturing, pulling all of your woes and worries into a space to be transmuted, transformed, recycled, and re-energized, recharged. Imagine that you are wrapping these wonderful roots around the charging energy of crystalline layer of the earth. With your mind's eye, see if you can picture the crystals using their energy to keep you grounded and allowing the veins of wisdom from the crystals to rise on up through into your feet. As you breathe in, carry that energy up into your bones of your legs, healing your knees, joints. Send it through the bones of your thighs, your upper leg bones, left and right. Bring the healing energy into your hips, your hip joints. Send that beautiful, grounded, healing, loving energy around your pelvis and your genitals, your buttocks. Moving into your belly and your organs, the spleen, the digestive system, kidneys and the liver, pancreas. Let this lovely, wonderful, energizing light glow, pulling out and removing any of the stuck energy that's sitting there. Move into your upper part of your belly, your upper digestive tract. Find your rib cage and go into your heart, your beautiful beating heart that never gives up on you. It takes a beating and keeps on beating. Move into your chest, your lungs, the capacity to pull air from the outside to your body on the inside, nourishing every single cell that you've got. Oxygenating your blood cells, oxygenating your muscles, ligaments, tendons, bones, skin. Move down into your arms and your elbows, forearms, to the wrists and every single one of your talented fingers. And as you think and focus on both your hands, your palms, your thumb, your index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, all the way to the tips. Nurture the love and the creativity that your hands produce. Your arms allowing your hands to do their work. Your shoulders carrying your arms. Move on into your jaw and your neck. And how the bones of your neck support your skull. And how the skull beautifully houses a brain where the neurons travel from one side to the other. Then into your eyes and your eye socket, your retina, the beautiful color of your eyes that only you have. No other human being on the planet has eyes as unique as yours. Take your mind up to your brow, your third eye center, and know that your third eye is your inner eye, your psychic sight, your clairvoyance. Then way in the back of your head, that lovely spot along your occipital bone, that little tiny place, the back of the skull begins to connect with the cerebral bones. Imagine right there is your antenna. The place where you get your signals, the place where you connect to the other realm, and allow that to rise up through the crown of your head. And from the crown of your head, see an opening. This is your soul star. Imagine it looks like a halo. And feel the glistening warmth of the golden light of the angels that have come to visit, that have come to charge your meditation. And slightly above your soul star is the stellar gateway. Looking up through the stellar gateway, allow your eyes, your face, your neck, your body to receive energy straight from source. Start with the blue energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the ties that bind me to people, places, situations, stories, fears and drama, and unnecessary nonsense that no longer serves my purpose. Use your mind to think of the tip of Archangel Michael's sword in his glory, sending blue flames down and around, and with the tip of the sword cutting away anything that you are stuck to, tied to, and need to remove. And start to move and shift the color to magenta. Allow the magenta color, Archangel Metatron, to flow down through your body and outward into the room you're in. Allow it to encase the walls. If you see it clearly, Metatron is with you. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, and your army of sacred geometry for clearing the space around me of the lower vibrational energy and anything that's stagnant and stuck to me and stands in the way of my receiving love. And think of this like as you see and brighten the magenta light, you can almost hear the hissing and the crackling, like distortion, zapping all of the lower vibrational energies that have become stagnant and stuck. Bring your mind back to your heart space, back to the area around your chest, and focus on what you are most grateful for. Lifting your smile, lifting your thoughts, lifting your general feeling of well-being is the same vibrational energy as angelic energy, source energy. Your power source comes from source energy. Thank you, source energy, for aligning me with your vibration of love and surrounding me in a bubble of protection. Thank you, God, for reminding me and surrounding me and lifting me to your vibration of love. And surrounding me in a bubble of your protection. I am protected, and so it is. Keep and maintain your breath. Keep and maintain this peaceful, soft connection. See the light within your heart, within your body, within your mind, from the vast energy through the stellar gateway right down to the vast depths of the Mother Earth. Allow yourself to breathe and be, experience and see all that the universe has for you. invite you to continue meditating. When you've reached a point you feel completed, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Allow yourself to return to the present moment. Bring your conscious thoughts to gratitude. Thank your angels for blessing you with this time to spend with them. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and together we honor everyone on the planet. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate you very much for tuning in and sharing and liking, subscribing. Do what you need to do. I'm committed in intending to just deliver these messages that we can be 1% better. We can do something more. We can use the tools that we have to make a shift. All right. I will chat with you soon. Lots of love. Thanks so much. Bye.